Hello everyone, my name is Lara Tabet and I've just been interviewed by the man himself, Tariq Qureshi, the man behind Voices of the Future. It's been a very interesting interview. I hope you guys enjoy it and can't wait to see the second interview with Tariq Qureshi himself.
These are one of those unique moments when you meet somebody who's actually done even more interviews than I have, and with Bollywood stars and Hollywood stars and all of the film festivals. Lara, who is our voice of the future today, has been in media, she's been in fashion, she's been in branding, she's been in design, she's an entrepreneur, she's a mother. She is a complete, total, amazing woman who is a real role model for a lot of people. And she's doing this all over the world, starting from Dubai. Lara, welcome. Wonderful to see you. Lovely to have you here. Like I said, you are the absolute role model that we always aspire to be.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the warm and wonderful introduction, Tariq. It's a pleasure to be on your show, Voices of the Future. I'm honored to be here, and thank you for having me.
It is indeed quite a privilege, Lara, and even more so because we're friends and we do so many things together. And it's wonderful for you to be one of our true voices. Can you tell us about how this voice was created, your early story? You started with the film festival, you did many other things. Can you just share a few of those things with us?
Absolutely. So this voice started many years ago. It started in the hospitality industry, which is a family business that my father owns here in the region, where I majored in hotel management, came back to work in the industry for many years until I was discovered by the first English language TV station that was setting up here in the region, known as InTV, which later on became known as City 7 TV. Conducted over 7,000 interviews with celebrities from all around the world, including Arab cinema, Bollywood and Hollywood. And then I started venturing into the luxury brands, where I was approached by all these amazing, wonderful luxury brands from different parts of Europe that were looking for a presence here in the region and were looking for a face to represent them. And that's how I became a luxury brand ambassador, doing business development for many of the top luxury brands from different parts of Europe. And then I started getting approached by different charity organizations, not only here in the region, but from around the world. Also to help them in organizing events here in the region in order to assist them with all the projects that they're involved in. So today I'm part of the UNHCR, Rashid Center for the Disabled, Emirates Red Crescent here in Dubai, and St. Jude's Cancer Hospital for children that are born with cancer back home in Lebanon. So that is Lara Tabet's voice in a nutshell.
Can we end the interview here? Because anything that follows from now will be a step down after this amazing introduction.
There are a few things, but we'll keep them for later on.
Absolutely. So let me ask you a slightly more difficult question and a more provocative question. You know, I can't go through an interview without being provocative.
That's true.
And that is that influencers, on the one hand, they are extremely important and they become the new way of marketing and the new way of reaching out to people. On the other side, it's also very flaky and it's also very superficial and it's also very sort of contrived. You know, how do you see, you are an influencer, you're a well-respected influencer.
Sure.
What does an influencer mean for normal people?
Let's start off with the word influencer. When the word influencer came about a few years ago, I was a little bit upset, especially when I received that phone call from the US, from ATP Productions, calling me to award me the Global Influencer for the Year for 2018-2019. And I actually answered them back by saying, but I'm not an influencer. And I would prefer if you don't use that word on me. And they said, but Lara, we've been watching your Instagram account for the last 2 years, and we're actually flying down to Dubai for 24 hours to give you this award. And I said, that's wonderful. I really appreciate that. That's really kind of you. Thank you very much. But once again, can you kindly refer to me as an influential personality, not an influencer? So yes, influencers are the new wave right now, but I would be very careful when choosing which influencers to work with, because like you said, some are flaky, some are real. And the reason I prefer to use the word influential personality is because I am born and brought up in the region. People know me. I have a reputation that I've built over the years. My family's got an amazing reputation that they've built over the last 60 years here in Dubai. So for me, I would never promote a product that I don't believe in, whether I've been paid $10 million to do it. I would refuse, I would decline the amount if I didn't believe in the product. And I think the society here in Dubai know that, the people of Dubai know that. So for me to be an influencer, you have to be honest to yourself, you have to be true to yourself, as well as the product and the client that you're working with at the end of the day. So do not promote a product that you don't believe in just because you're getting paid to do it. Because after that transaction is done, it's long forgotten.
Yeah.
An influencer's work has to be continuous. It has to be consistent. When I believe in a product, I'm going to promote it, not only locally, but globally. And it's a consistent process. It's a continuous process. Yeah. So yes.
You touched on a couple of points which I talk when I talk about the future, and this is Voices of the Future. And I start with trust and truth. And you alluded to that you need to be honest with your brand and honest with what you're doing, and a sense of authenticity. You bring authenticity as an influential personality. A lot of people invite me to do precisely that for the reason exactly like you mentioned. People trust you. I've been here forever, and your word is your bond, and those things are actually really important. You know, when I reinvented myself in 2016 as a futurist, and people said, what the hell is a futurist? So influential personality, or influencer, as some people shorten it, is another one of those new jobs of the future. And you know, there's so many 16-year-olds that I can come up with and speak to. What would you like to be? I'd like to be an influencer. And she's 16. One of my friends, Peter, his daughter now is 17, maybe 18, and she is making around $40,000 a month on average online, and she's 17 years of age. She's making more money than that, and she does it part-time. So what is it, what are the dynamics of this kind of movement where young people can make so much money so they don't really build context, they don't build experience, they don't build depth, but they are very successful at what they do? I'm sorry, I'm sounding like an ageist. I'm not.
No.
But I'm just trying to understand what are the dynamics that really make it happen.
Absolutely. So it's basically finding their passion. They find something that they enjoy doing, whether it's lifestyle, travel, fashion, tourism, jewelry, hotels, hospitality, whatever it is. They find their passion, their calling, and they pursue it through social media. So basically they start to create content, creating content that revolves around whatever passion that they have, and posting on a regular basis. It requires a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment, a lot of time. Being an influencer is it's a full-time job. People who do it part-time, I don't know how they do that, because it really is a full-time job. I mean, just editing and photoshopping the images on a daily basis requires 2 to 3 hours of your time, let alone the reels and the videos that you create. So it's basically finding your passion, creating local content, being dedicated to that, and doing it on a regular basis, day in, day out. You've got to breathe it. And I think the ones that eat it, live it, and breathe it are the successful ones.
Indeed. You are a brand ambassador for many brands. Can you share some of those, and what does that mean?
Absolutely.
And and I see on my Instagram feed on a daily basis, so I feel you're in my life on a daily basis.
I'm glad you can feel me and see me on a regular basis. That's the whole
actually
point.
Too regular. I think I'm just like, come on, she's my friend, but 10 is too many.
Yeah.
1 or 2 is enough.
Yeah, no, I overpost. I do overpost. The reason for that being is I don't see, when you create content, it has to be posted fresh the day itself. When you post it the day after, it's already too late. The event's taken place, it's past. So people are no longer interested in seeing the images that have, that are already expired 24 hours later. So yes.
That is so interesting, because to me, content, and a lot of the content that I produce, this will be an evergreen interview. 5 years from now, we will watch this and it will just be as relevant as it is today.
Yeah, see, that's the beauty of your content. That's different. Social media is what's happening today, and tomorrow it's forgotten. What's happening tomorrow and the day after, it's forgotten. So that's why you've got to be consistent. That's why it's a lot of hard work and commitment.
You are a brand ambassador.
Yes, that's correct.
With several brands. What does that entail? And can you maybe share some of those?
Absolutely. So I do work with many brands. It started many years ago when I created my brand Luxury with Lara, which is the mother company that has all these brands under it. So one of the brands is Michael Brugler watches from Zurich, Switzerland, where you custom make and create your own beautiful watch online, and it's delivered to you anywhere in the world within a span of 2 weeks, just through a barcode. Margie's Monte Carlo, the world's most luxurious skincare. Her spa is based in Monaco, opposite the Hermitage Hotel. Teamy skincare, Valor Absolue, which is a fragrance line, Esmeralda Luxury Real Estate, Danny by Daniel K Jewelry, Diane's Jewelry, Orme Jewelry, and the list goes on and on. And that's how I came up with the concept of creating my own brand, which is Luxury with Lara, which is the mother company that holds under their brand, under these brands fall under this umbrella. And that led me to create Our Fashionpreneur, which is another platform that helps these startup businesses as well as established businesses to reach their targets and goals by placing them in locations they would want to be in, by helping them achieve whatever targets and goals that they set for themselves.
Incredible. And what I wanted to know is that you work with these brands, you've created these brands. Now there is a proliferation of so many brands. Every second person is trying to create one. What are the attributes that you see in these brands that will last, that has endurance and depth?
Well, first of all, these brands have been around for a very long time, and they're going to stay around for a very long time. And they're made for the region. So Michael Brugler watches, as you know, here in Dubai, we're spoiled for choice. Yes, we have all the beautiful brands like AP and Patek Philippe and Frank Muller, et cetera, et cetera. The list is never ending when it comes to watches. But what differentiates and sets Michael Brugler apart from the other watches is that you're creating your own bespoke watch, knowing that no one else in the world is wearing that watch except you, yourself. And I think this is what people like here in the Middle East. They want to be the only ones wearing it. They don't want to walk into a room and have 2-3 other men wearing or women wearing the same watch. So I think that's what sets this brand apart from the rest. For example, Margie's Monte Carlo, she has the most amazing skincare, whether it's the ingredients that she uses or the packaging that she uses, that definitely caters to the women and men of the region, because it's luxurious, first of all, and because the ingredients are extremely effective. People see results. People are ready to pay whatever the price is for a product here in this part of the world, but they want to see results. So I think most of the brands that I do work with offer that. And that's why I choose to work with these brands.
We are talking to Lara, and she's talking about her brand Luxury with Lara, and she is on Voices of the Future. She really is indeed a voice of the future, and a dear friend and a dear business associate. Lara, tell us about how you see the future of fashion, because you are a fashion icon, and fashion changes with the time, with culture. So what are the big shifts that you're seeing in fashion today?
Absolutely. So I was a member of the Arab Fashion Council until that was dissolved recently and became Dubai Fashion Week instead of Arab Fashion Week, as you're aware. But I was heavily involved in the fashion industry and its evolution here in the region. We used to have 2 fashion weeks every October and every March, which caters to local as well as international designers showcasing all their collections here in Dubai. Now, with regards to evolution, yes, the fashion industry has evolved tremendously in this part of the world.
Where is the inspiration coming from? Is it indigenous work that's being done? Is it society? Is it politics? Is it a combination of the others?
I think it's a combination of all, especially now with regards, let's say, to sustainability. I see a lot of fashion brands using different fabrics that are environmentally friendly, that are not harming the environment. So you have a lot of, let's say, for example, pineapple fabrics that are brought in from Philippines and different parts of the world, which are sustainable. Fashion designers are using technologies that are environmentally friendly. So there's a lot of changes. I mean, in a few years from now, you're going to have designers that are going to create designs that actually warm you during the winter and cool you down during the summer. I mean, that's what we're getting to in the very near future. So yes, it has evolved tremendously and will continue to evolve.
I'll take you back over 20 years. I used to work for a science research lab in Belgium called Star Lab. And I was helping to develop a concept called intelligent clothing. It was called eyewear, where clothes would be the second configurable skin. And literally, that's all you need, and it becomes, cool or warm, or one button, and you have access to doctors and stuff like that. So effectively, it's a little bit like Star Trek, and I think more and more that sort of minimalistic view is also starting to start coming in. So tell us about your great work that you're doing as far as the charitable side is concerned, and the more human side.
Absolutely. So we host events here in Dubai, whether it's with the UNHCR, where whatever we raise during those events is sent to the different refugee camps around the world. With regards to Emirates Red Crescent and other organizations, not only in Dubai, but all around the world, we organize events and help those institutions, whether it's orphanages in Philippines or orphanages in Pakistan, India, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria. Those are the countries that we mainly focus on, and that's what the charity is. I mean, I think it's very important to give back, especially after we've been so privileged and lucky to be in this part of the world and have everything that we have.
Indeed.
It's important to give back, not only to society here, but wherever you can in the world.
I must ask you this question. You must have watched Dubai Bling.
Of course.
What do you feel about it?
Dubai Bling, very interesting question. So it's a great show for Netflix, but it does not really reflect what Dubai Bling is about. Dubai Bling is much more than that. I mean, if you want to bling in Dubai, you can bling like no other city in the world. Because Dubai is all about the glitz and glamour at the end of the day. So Dubai Bling is a great show, but it doesn't really reflect the Dubai Bling, the real Dubai Bling of Dubai.
For me, I represent another part of Dubai, which is the more serious and the more professional, boring technology business. I like to have fun too. I'm not bling though. And therefore, for me, I'm just saying, hang on, I live here. I've lived here for 25 plus years, and that's so not me. So I felt that they sort of forgot the other side of the coin. And
Absolutely.
I think they missed out on a big opportunity of addressing that side too.
I completely agree with you. With most of the shows that they've created here in Dubai and that are on Netflix, they're not really reflecting or promoting the real Dubai for what it is. Dubai is so much more than that.
Yeah. My final question, Lara, is that you're on the Voices of the Future. If you had a message to deliver and you put it in a bottle and throw it in the sea, and your kids find it 10 years from now, people look and say, this was Lara in 2023, and this is the message she put there, what would that message be?
That's a beautiful question, Tariq. Thank you for asking that. I would definitely say have a passion, have a dream, have a vision. Do whatever it takes to make it come true. Work hard, be dedicated. It's all about perseverance, dedication, hard work, and do whatever it takes to make your dreams come true, and do not keep them on hold. That is my advice to you. If you have a dream, never keep it on hold. Do it today, because today is when it all happens. Never keep anything on hold. Yeah. That's
amazing. I know these are lifetime type of things, but you've gone back to basics. And I think that's amazing. Lara, it's a real pleasure. Thank you very much indeed for coming, gracing our show, gracing Voices of the Future. And you indeed are very close to my heart and very much a voice of the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tariq. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure being on your show. Thank you for having me, and wishing you continued growth and success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best. Same to you. God bless.
Thank you.